So in this video, we will be doing a full install, followed by some before and after footage of the exhaust compared to a stock exhaust. All right, and let's get started. Let's unbox all this. All right, now here's everything that came out of the boxes. All the piping, the clamps, the mufflers. All right, and in this box, we have our quad diamond black tips. These will go where the bump out is, and they also have a clamp for adjustability, so you can have them either in, out, or just aligned up to the bumper, and we'll get to that when we get to the video. But the best part about this whole exhaust system is a lollipop. I also recommend after you've unboxed everything is to go on to AEW's website, go to the exhaust that you have, and in there there's a PDF towards the bottom. Go and print it out. And the first thing you want to do is unbox and go ahead and do a parts list. Go ahead and unbox everything, lay it all out. I've went ahead and laid out the whole entire exhaust, from up to the back, all the way up to the front, to make sure I have all the parts, and also the exhaust. All right, so the first step to this is we're gonna go ahead and remove the spare tire and also the heat shield. All right, so first we had to remove the spare tire. So in order to do that, you actually need to open this tab and insert the key that's on your fob. And these tools are actually underneath the rear seats inside the actual cab, and you go ahead and rotate and the spare tire will come back down. Okay, so now with the tire and the shield taken off, we're going to go ahead and remove this clamp that's right by the secondary cats. Then we're going to go ahead and take off all the hangers and the HDMI exhaust tips. And yeah, so for those exhaust clamps, I highly recommend going on Amazon, getting one of these exhaust clamp remover tools. I believe it was about $15–20. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, it saved me a lot of time using this special tool. Recommend doing this if you're doing this by yourself. Okay, so next we removed the HDMI ports out of here before dropping the exhaust. This is honestly probably the most hardest part so far. I did take these off before and I painted them black myself, but yeah, there's 3 small bolts, very hard to get to. I did use a 10mm socket wrench that came in pretty handy with an adjustable head. But yeah, especially harder if you have big hands like I do to fit in there, but they're off now and keep going. So before I take the whole entire exhaust off, I went ahead and removed this clamp right in the center to actually take the driver's side part of the exhaust off. It's just easier, especially if you're doing it by yourself like I am, or even if you have someone else with you, just less to manage when we take the actual full exhaust off. All right, so exhaust is completely out. Go ahead and put the shield back on and the spare tire back on. Make sure I use this and make sure you put the lock back on there. And now we'll start trying to figure out how to put the new one on. All right, quick little install. I started the install. I put the pipes from the driver's side cats and the passenger side cats, connected them with the H pipe, and I have the passenger side muffler part in. It is pretty laid out and kind of trying to get this done, so I won't be showing all the install, but you can always ask me questions below or DM me on Instagram as well. I'm PureZ71. But yeah, I'll get back to it. All right, so I don't know how long it's been since the last video, but yeah, finally got to the exhaust. It's still pretty loose. I haven't tightened all the bolts yet, just trying to make sure all the fitment's great. And yeah, we're looking pretty good just towards the end now. All right, good morning everyone. It's the next day. Got kind of late and I didn't get time to put the tips on, so I went ahead and installed those. Still not exactly what I want. Might have to play around with it, but it's time to do the first start. So it's been a few days. I've been running the AEW full Catback exhaust for Silverado and Sierra's 6.2, and just kind of wanted to wrap things up. So last few days been good. It does have quite a loud cold start, but after that there's really like no drone, and then when you do want to punch it, it sounds really nice. And loving the quad exhaust. Also cool that they can also be adjusted. I know I didn't show a lot of the install process of the exhaust, mainly because it was late and I was at that point just trying to get it done. But it was pretty easy to put on. It all has separate pieces and they all just bolt on via clamps, and you tighten them down tight enough, and then at the end you go ahead and re-tighten them down. In total, for me at home, it took me about 8 hours. With that, we'll go ahead and appreciate taking your time to watch this video. And if you have questions, you can always ask me in the comments below, or follow me on Instagram at PureZ71 if you're interested or have questions regarding the install. But I really appreciate you taking the time watching this. If you can, go ahead and please like it and subscribe and start my new YouTube channel experience. But yeah, thank you so much.